In this. Yeah, we are on YouTube. So let's start. Uh, Good evening, YouTube. You are here for another English immersion. The topic of today is the balance between professional life and maternity. My name is Warley, and before to start, actually, I would like to explain a little bit about the platform, about Talk and Talk, and about this immersion. So you that are watching us on YouTube can understand how this kind of immersion works and how Talk and Talk work as well. So in a general way, Talk and Talk is a conversation platform for beginner, intermediate, or advanced speakers, and these kind of conversations are for all levels. And the main point that is not a regular class, and we are not here to teach you anything directly. I'm not an English teacher or a Spanish teacher or a language teacher at all. I'm here to develop my English skills and learn with you as well, and you will develop your fluency and your confidence as an English speaker with a real conversation here. And that's the main idea about Talk and Talk and about this kind of immersions, okay? Besides English, we have a lot of other language like Spanish, French, Italian, Chinese, and German, I guess. So you can see all of these languages on the Talk and Talk website, okay? So, with that in mind, I think we can start with the presentations, with the introductions, actually, and after that with the questions, okay? So, Yanka, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. Good evening, guys. My name is Yanka. Can you hear me well?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'm living in São Roque with my mom and my brother. I made a graduation in sociology and anthropology. I think I got a graduation or a degree in these two things and a master in demography. And now I'm doing my doc in demography too. I am trying to study education and labor market in Brazil and South Africa, comparing these two countries and analyzing gender and race in this process. I had to train this because I am going to have my first interview in English next week. So please wish me luck with this, with that. Thank you. It's that.
amazing, amazing. And how about you, Marilia? Can you introduce yourself, please?
Um, my name is Marília. I am a 50 years old. Um, I live in Goiânia with my mom in with my two dogs. I I have a degree in AT, and today I work with education platform with Moodle. I work with Moodle. We with program of the Jovem Aprendiz, políticas públicas for juventude. And I have experience with customer service in various enterprise. I have studied English uh, for then 1 year, more or less. This is, thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Marilia. And how about you, Tiago? Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello. I'm based in Hortolândia, São Paulo. Nowadays, I'm sister architect, and but I have some goals in my career, like product owner, software engineer, system analytics, and I started the Talk Talk 2 weeks ago, and I'm so happy to be here to stay here with you. And I had two children, one boy, one girl, one dog, a Japanese dog, Akita. It's the race, I don't know. But and I think for now it's that.
Nice, nice. And how about you, Pedro? Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, good evening, guys. My name is Pedro. I'm from metropolitan region of Belo Horizonte. Nowadays, I live in Garapé, but I will move to Joatuba. It's a smaller city than the city that I live, but is for a good purpose. I work with design, and I am a talk like for 7 months. I am also a host here, and my immersions is Friday 6 p.m. That is, guys, it's a pleasure.
Amazing, amazing. So about me, my name is Warley. I'm 25. I live in Recife, Pernambuco, and I work with IT. I'm a front-end developer, and I'm also English host and a Spanish host sometimes when someone needs replacement. I have started here in Talk and Talk in 2022, I believe. I have started as a Spanish host, and nowadays I'm focused on my English skills. I like to run. I like outside activities. I like to study about neuroscience and human behavior, and I love to learn language as well. And yeah, I think that's all about me, guys. So let's start with the question number one, okay? Should women feel pressure to choose between their careers and motherhood? Why or why not you think about that? I'll start with you, Bianca. Let me know.
I think that we shouldn't feel pressured, but we are pressured by this decision. I think all month my mom asked me when I'm going to have a baby, and I made a clear choice. I choose my career, and she knows that, but she wants to be a grandmother. And it's sad to think that I wouldn't like to have a baby now, but my mom really would like to be a grandmother now, So I have to choose between these two things and between other things. It's not just about my career or be a mom. It's about my family. It's about a lot of things, about society pressure in me sometimes to get old too and do not have a child. I don't know. It's a lot of pressure, but we shouldn't to feel pressure by this, I think.
And do you think it's possible to do both, for example?
It's possible, but mainly in the woman place, woman role, I think that we will take the not prejudice, the cons. Exist pros and cons to have a baby. I think we mainly women will have the cons, most part of the cons. Not, I think the not good thing will stay with us, the time that we have to invest on it. Having a baby, we won't have the same time that other people, like a man or like other women that don't have a baby, will have to invest in their careers. I think we will have to take part of our time to invest in another thing. And I don't know, it's unfair sometimes. It's not considered as a thing to have a baby. I think to consider, we will be um, irão exigir da gente the same of all the other person, I think, other people. Yeah. I don't know. This part was confused, this end, but I think it's that.
Yeah, I agree with you. In my opinion, it's complicated to focus on both, you know. I don't think it's possible to focus 100% on both. If you choose career, you focus a lot on be a mom, for example, and the opposite is true for me. If you focus on to be a mom and dedicate about that, about the education of the kid and all this fame about take care of your kid. I don't believe that you can focus 100% or near to that on your career. It's, as you said, it's unfair if you compare both, but yeah, that's a complex answer, but I think it's complicated to focus on both. And this pressure is, unfortunately, is so normal nowadays. Actually, it's common nowadays, and it's complicated. It's complicated to do both, in my opinion. But what do you think, Pedro? Let me know.
All right. I don't believe I am in the position of to speak like with most propriety, but in my opinion, like Yaka said, I believe it's sometimes I feel as unfair for women because like we have some rules involved like that, like maternity. But I believe that everyone here like heard some histories involved like some employee that had a baby and past the time like we had like by the law, but after that the boss just spent then she because like he had to spend more time with the baby because like it's not just 6 months or 1 year. It's like it's a life. So I believe the is so sometimes is unfair, and the some people like Yanka said like her choice chose like the career first because like if he try to do the same in the do these two things in the same time, it's possible. I believe the but is a little complicated in some cases. So in my opinion, we have to think more about that, like uh, how we can like to really understand the situations, like the routine involve children, even like children. I forgot how to say recém-nacido. Uh, but it's something like we have to change like your thoughts involved that.
And in a nutshell, do you think women feel pressure to focus on one of these two decisions?
Yes, of course. I believe like it's so much pressure involves society, involve like building a career, because like we know like in the past like the life of the woman is basically like just have children, like the idea like the society involved in, but that nowadays we know like it's so crazy things like that. But in, even it's crazy, some people just thinking equal the past.
Exactly the point. I think when you focus on your career, for example, when a woman focus on on her career, uh, it's complicated because actually maybe someone can't have a kid, for example, so when when they focus on their career, maybe the others can look her in other way, so it's something like, no, you are a woman, you need to have a kid, and you need to focus on that. And I don't know, maybe someone can't, and that's normal, or it should be normal. But I think that all the society in general, focusing on this kind of idea about to be a mom. And unfortunately, if you choose to be a mom, as I said before, it's complicated to focus on or your career or 100% on that. So yeah, it's complicated. And what about you, Tiago? Let me know what you think.
I think I agree a lot things about you said, guys. Um, Maybe I don't know in a certain way the pressure is natural because the woman is the only kind of human that's possible to give a baby. And I think that is no pressure because it, but it's don't need be a pressure about I don't know in addition uh, because they can be chose your careers, uh, your motherhood, and it's a choice that if he can only women's I think that men's and uh, parents and their relatives is not a decision for them. It's exclusive to the woman choose uh, between.
Nice point. And how about you, Marilia? What do you think about this?
I I believe that in the past, this is more evidence. Uh, the woman, uh, the woman feel pressure, yes, uh, for make a choice. I believe yes, uh, but um, no idea, né? I believe that the woman um, make choices that I want. eh? Uh, what 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 they want make a choice. Uh, I um, I believe this is because um, the sociedade, how can I say sociedade? Uh,
Society,
society
like,
uh,
like this.
make pressure uh, in the woman. Uh, this is, acho que é isso.
Nice. I agree with you. I think we have improved a lot, on this point, compared to a lot of years ago. The woman can focus on career in some way, and they have a lot of rights in a general way as well. And we have improved a lot, but it's it's still complicated if you think on focus on both. As I said before, it's two decisions and two focus that, in my opinion, can't be done in parallel, at the same time. So it's complicated to focus a lot on both. But yeah, if you think about the past, I think we have improved a lot in a general way. The society improved a lot on days and all this stuff, but it's still complicated. But I think we can go to the question number two, and it's related to that question. How might society support women who want both a successful career and a family life? And not just about the family and the husband, for example, and also about the workplace and the boss and all this stuff related to that. What do you think, Thiago? Let me know.
Um, well, it's a good question and difficult to get answer to this. Because our society is I know I think that it's a big problem in this subject. Um, I don't know how how answer this. I don't know. Well, I have when I and my wife chose to get a baby, uh, we we make a choice because um, we thought about it. This that is necessary when we have a choice that get a baby. It's necessary to spend time with this babies in newborn to help uh, uh, this baby to grow up to teach to walk to teach to talk to teach to listen and another things that we need to uh, give a supply to this baby uh, and we think reading books about psychology and uh, I think about it um, that many studies said that the 7 years old of this child was the main of the ages uh, to to help this person to be a good person in your life and something about it and because it we decided that she stopped her career and to give more time to take more time with this baby and and help this baby grow up uh, until 7 years old and up to 7 years old. Um, and many times we need a supply to because she need don't only teach and care these children, but we need uh, the woman needs time for her, for specific her, for only time for if from her without the baby, and the man is necessary to give the time to help her in this case, and like a society, I think that. Bring more supply to care these children. I think that we need. I think that.
Nice. And what about you, Pedro? What do you think about this?
I believe we have to get more deeper with this question, like if we have like more concrete solutions, because like I said before, I believe this sometimes we just think like have a baby or something like that. It's just the moment like the woman give the life and the all right, just that. But like Thiago said about his experience is like our life changed a lot, and we know in some cases it's more complicated because like sometimes a father don't support the woman, and it's a very complicated. But I believe like we have to think uh more deeper because it's a life, something changes. We know sometimes we thought like yeah children will be like the same time. For example, my mom, uh, I I always talk to him talk to her, and he said like when he when I was born and my brother was born too, he thought like it's gonna be more easier because I got one, but is the second, but it's totally different because my brother has some special necessities, and we have to think more deeper because like sometimes we have to do some things in our career like to like example from my mom, he decided like to get out of the job like to dedicate fully from my brother like he because he needed that. So I think the society had to be more had to do more support involving that because sometimes the mother decided like I will give up my career because I decided like to just focus on that. Some cases it's not possible because we have to do money, it's something in our life, it's necessary. So I believe like the society in general have to be more thoughts like this type of discussion. I don't have like more concrete answers for that because it's something like I believe that I never discussed like more deeper involved with that. But I also want to like to know, I don't know if Maria has children, but if someone had more experience, I loved like to listen your answers too because like I feel I don't have like so much to give in this conversation, but it's nice too.
Yeah, actually, you brought us interesting point about this focus on to be a mom and how society focus on that, and I pretty agree with that. I think it, as I said before, it's complicated to focus on that and to give up your career, for example, to focus on to be a mom, and how society uh, don't support and uh, put this pressure on them. You know, it's complicated to deal with that. I believe. So yeah, I pretty agree with you, and I think it's complicated to deal with both, and to decide that I think it's also complicated. So yeah, it's a hard point, I think. And what do you think, Maria? What's your opinion?
Um, in my opinion, uh, is that society support woman uh, in various cases, né? In various situations. I believe that the family, when a woman have a, a, um, a sister and a mother or older marido, how can I say marido?
Husband.
Husband. But I, I, I have one occasion. I have one occasion. Uh, about career sucesso, né? É, é, what what our about, né? Do que estamos falando? É, what career sucesso? Que carreira de sucesso é essa. Because make, no, because make success in various space. The woman went. Ai, tô muito nervosa. Desculpa, sorry.
No problem, no problem. Go ahead.
The woman have success in various space. Principalmente in family, in your family, né? Then I believe this is
Actually, the question that you asked, I don't have the answer. I really don't know what is success or a career success for everyone or for a woman or for women in general. And I really don't know. I think it's a personal point and a personal decision. And I don't know, maybe for someone is to have a lot of money and to make a lot of money in career or to be a manager or I don't know, to do what you like to do. I don't know, but I think we have a lot of definitions of successful or about a success career or successful career actually. And I really don't know. And I think that impact a lot on this decision, the concept of success for you impact a lot on this decision on to be a mom and to focus on your career. And this decision impact a lot on if you can do both actually, but it's a really good question. I think it's an important question that women can do for them, for themselves to make this decision, I pretty agree, but I really don't know this concept right now. Even for me, I really don't know, but it's an important question. And what about you, Bianca? What do you think?
Well, it's a difficult topic. Congrats about that, Marley.
It's not easy for me to discuss about that as well, but we try, we try.
Success to me, not just for women, but for all of us, it will be to be free to choose freely, without pressure to be a thing that you don't want to be. I think that women can be more than just mother. And mother, it's not a less thing or a small thing, it's a huge thing, but we can be other things too. And the only difference between a mom and a dad is that a mom breastfeed the child. Only this. All the other thing a man could do. A man can trocar a fralda da criança. A man could care about the children. A man could do all of the other things, less breastfeed, and you can do it too se a mãe tirar o leite do peito e guardar, e você pegar e breastfeed the child too. You could do it, but it's complex. I know it. But just to point this, and women, in my perception, don't have just to care about children in our society. We have to care of all people. Like our husband, we have to care. We have to care about the children. We have to care about the old people. Because when someone gets old, usually women take care of these people, our mom that is getting older, or dad that's getting older. So maybe the society could help us learning how to care about the others, and sharing this responsibility to care about the others. Like in family, the husband could help or could do the minimum that is to care about your child. And at the same way that the women do it, the woman do it, you can do it, I think. My mom could have her parent to take care of me while she was working. So I was raised by my grandma, not by my mom. Exactly. And about the state, I think that the state could make, how can I say that? It's a public daycare center, creches, public daycare centers that really works to the baby stays in there, and the mom could work in this time too. And the market, as Warley say, could help in this too, increasing the time to maternity, increasing the time to paternity too. Existe essa palavra, pais, that license that fathers could take to raise their children in the beginning, you know? So could increase this number of hours of days to help these fathers to take care more about their children, I think. And just one data, I work with a lot of data, but in Brazil, in 2022, women were responsible for 49 of households. Então, as mulheres foram responsáveis por 49% dos domicílios. So imagine 49%, half of the domicílios, the households in Brazil, is under the responsibility of a woman that have to take care of these children and to work and to do all of this at the same time, you know. So I think that the state and the market and the family should really to help this and to share the responsibility to care, I think. It's that. I will share the link in here, but it's a government link. It's open.
Yeah, and actually we don't have a fair balance between this, you know. If you look about the house chores and the activities of the house, for example, a lot of times women focus on that. A lot of men don't do that, you know. So if you think about that, if you think about jobs and you think about the key activities, for example, it's not a fair balance. We can improve a lot on that. The focus of the men, for example, can change a lot on this, and I pretty agree with you. And I think a lot of women don't have this option, you know, about to choose that and to I don't know, focus on their career, for example. They are focused on, I don't know, to be a mom and take care of that, and they do 19%, for example, or 100% of that, and they don't have the option to, or they don't have time to focus on their career at the same time, for example. Maybe because the family or the society can't help us on they don't support her, and maybe because the husband don't help a lot, or what they uh, what they can do, or I don't know why, but it's not a fair balance, as you said, and it's complicated when you think about this survey, for example. Almost uh, 50% of the households are I don't know how to say the word, but are how can I say the the word that you said about to the woman
I think
is
under
yeah,
women responsibility.
yeah, exactly, are for under women responsibility, so it's a lot, you know, and you think about that, it's a lot, so it's a complex point, it's complicated. But okay, let's go to the question number two. We are talking about a general way in this point. So let's talk about the specific point about the companies and the workplace, for example. Could companies do more to help mothers balance work and home responsibilities or kid responsibilities, for example? And what actions might they take? What do you think, Marilia, about this?
Mm, I I believe that companies uh, uh, could uh, make it more uh, uh, divisão, né? The time or uh, as ações. ah, Nossa, muito difícil isso aí. Maybe make help woman in your home, or maybe make um, work work home, né? I believe this is
Nice. And what about you, Bianca? Let me know.
I agree with Maria. Maybe uh, work from home, maybe not all days, but some days it will be really nice. I'm not a mom, but I have a lot of friends that are mom, and it's really hard, guys. Oh my God. Yeah. So remote work in some days, flexible hours of work too. I I know I took some notes in here. That thing about extend the duration of the maternity, and it's not paternity, it's paternity, yeah. The extend the time to this to take care of the child in these beginning hours. And one thing that they should do is or to have a care center in the company, but it's not possible for any company, or have this place to children, or to subside, to give money, to give more money to moms and dads to put their children in a care center for children. I know that it's a lot, but I am thinking freely in here. But should be, because thinking, if you are a mãe solteira em inglês, mãe solo,
Solomon or
solo mom, yeah.
yeah.
If you are a solo mom, you have to work. If you don't have your mom or your dad, you have to take care of a child alone, because your ex-boyfriend or your ex won't help. I'm not saying bad things about you, man, but in general, it's this what happened. The mom had to take care of these responsibilities alone. So thinking about it, I think the company should have or a place or a subside to this mom to work and to put their children in a center of care, I think.
Nice
Voting me
points.
in the next
For sure, for sure. Nice points. And what about you, Pedro? Let me know.
So I agree with the opinion of Yankas. I believe that like flexible hours is so essential. Like I remember when I work nowadays, I will start to work on site, but when I work the remote model, sometimes when I don't have a specific work to do, I clean my house. I do some activities in my house because like I had the time, so I have to do some things like if I'm not working, I cannot do. So for mothers, it would be very nice And about like the idea of youngers like to have a more money for that, like to put on the care centers and things like that. The enterprise that I start to work, they had the benefits. It's not something like all companies offers, but the company I start to work had these benefits, and I believe it's very good because we know it is so much expensive when we have this type of care centers because like sometimes we have to put like all the day and it's not ships ones we know. So I believe that we had too much things like to have to think and rethink involving that because for example education of children it's a so much it's a thing like so much complex. It's not just put on school that will resolve. We have to have some conversations and things like that. So the enterprise have to get know about that like the how the real life works because sometimes we put like some reality that is a utopia. That is.
Yeah, nice point. I pretty agree with the point of education is such a complex topic and it's complicated to decide about that as well. So yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And what do you think, Thiago? Let me know.
I think that I agree with the guy said. I mean, the main idea was the flexible hours for both mother and fathers because to get more support for us, not only to the woman, but support uh, came from the man too, or the father. I think that if the flexible hours to both mother and father of this baby was the best option.
Amazing, amazing. So guys, we don't have time for more questions, but I would like to share here on the chat the link of the survey. As you said, actually, as you know, it's an anonymous survey. You can say what did you think about the immersion and suggest another topics, for example. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. It was great for me. It's not an easy topic. It was difficult for me to talk about this, but it was a really interesting challenge as well, and I enjoyed a lot. I have enjoyed a lot. I hope you as well, and thank you a lot, and I see you in the next time. Okay, thank you and bye.